The Cheeseboy 628 Show, starring Cheeseboy 628.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you a Monotype Wi-Fi battle, and this is versus none other than the legend himself, GE from GE Gaming, and you're going to check out his channel after this battle because he is fantastic. Anyway, let's get right into the preview here. I've got my Mono Electric team of Specs Raikou, Bulky Electros, Scarf Rotom Wash, Agility Thunderous T, Specially Defensive Stunfisk, that big threat setting up them rocks, and we also have Bandit Electivire. Now looking at my opponent's team, it is mono fighting. He's got a ton of physical threats on his end. My goal is hopefully to find an opportunity to set up an agility with Thundy T, and I should be good. But let's see how this battle goes. So my boy GE here is going to go into Breloom, and I have my Rotom Wash in, and so it's not a favorable matchup for me, but my options here are to go for the Volt Switch or to go for the Trick, and I do decide to trick him with Scarf because it could potentially cripple him. Although, in my opinion, it might have helped him, not entirely sure. But anyway, I took his Sash, but I'm asleep and he's locked in a Spore, so he has to switch out. He brings in Infernape, and I'm going to go into Raikou. I can see if he's Scarfed, Banded, Life Orb, we'll see here. But I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, and since I outspeed, he's definitely not Scarfed. So I'm going to go into Rotom here just to be his fodder, really, and it turns out he's just going to get up his rocks, which is not going to be fun for my Thundy T. Now I was going to go for the U-turn, do a decent amount of damage on me, and I'm just going to stay in here and hope to wake up, but if I don't, it won't be a big deal. So I'm just going to stay in here, see what he goes for. It turns out he goes for the Bullet Seed, and I see this as a fantastic opportunity to bring in my Thunderous T. Because, as I said, I am the agility set, I am modest max special attack with Life Orb, I am extremely threatening. I'm going to set up an agility as he switches out into his Infernape, and this Infernape is not going to see anything coming. It's going to go down easy to that T-Bolt, and that is the end of Infernape. So Thunderous T is looking pretty strong here, probably going to sweep the rest of his team because they do carry that Focus Miss. The Focus Miss, not the Blast, Miss. And so, I don't know how bulky that Scrafty was, but it would have done a gigantic chunk if he didn't die. So I'm just going to go for it again. Of course I hit now, and do a decent chunk on that Poliwrath, but I could have just went for T-Bolt after I took out that Scrafty. Poliwrath isn't going to do much this game anyway, since I do have that electric typing on all of my pokes. So Poliwrath's going to go down, and unfortunately, this is the end of Thundy T as well because of Life Orb Recoil. So I'm just going to bring in my Bandit Evire here, get a Wild Charge off on something, and this throw isn't going to see it coming. Going to do a ton of damage, right? Oh, it barely does over half, and I'm banded. And then he goes for the superpower and takes me clean out. So I'm like, okay, he's freaking banded. Too strong, honestly. And then guess what? It's freaking Flame Orb. It's Guts. How is it so powerful? Throw for Ubers, honestly. But anyway, I bring in Raikou here, and I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt, not the Volt Switch, because I am scared of how freaking bulky this thing is, and I do not want it living with a smidgen and just destroying me with a superpower. So I go for the T-Bolt on this Scrafty, and it does a really nice chunk, so it's probably not bulky, and he goes for that high jump miss! Yes! So that's revenge hacks. Now we're even, so that's all cool. Turns out he's actually Scarfed, he says it in his video, and I'll link that in the description. Anyway, he brings in Breloom here. He's free to Spore something, I know that. So that's why I'm going to go into Stunfisk and Sleep Fodder that. So I can easily switch out now because he has to switch out because otherwise he's locked in a Spore. And Sleep Claws, bro. So I'm going to have to switch out, and turns out he brings in his Gallade. I have no idea what kind of Gallade this is yet, but I'm thinking Electros can probably take a hit. I am max HP and I'm nearly at full health, so he goes for the CC. I'll probably live with a decent amount. No! I just straight up die! What the heck, Gallade? Honestly, too powerful! So I have to bring in Raikou now in basically 50-50. Is he going to switch out to Breloom, or do I go for the T-Bolt predicting that and have to take a CC otherwise? But it turns out he just makes a safe play. He goes right into Breloom and he takes it meh, because he almost dies here, and he goes for the Mach Punch just in case I was Scarfed. He really wasn't sure this entire time. So I'll go for that T-Bolt, finish out that Breloom, and now it's 50-50 once again. I can still win this. It's either does he go for the Shadow Sneak or does he go for the CC. Turns out he goes for the CC, and because of that, I'm going to lose my Raikou. So all that's left is my freaking sleeping Stunfisk, and unfortunately, you're not doing too much this time, buddy. And it turns out GE's lines all about your Stunfisk are just, I'm sorry, Stunfisk. But it turns out I live with 8 HP, how is this possible? And not only that, but I get the static hacks, so this is intense here, but I'm asleep. Come on, Stunfisk, you have to wake up, what are you doing? But I fall asleep and I'm fast release, but he gets paralyzed, and this is it. Come on, Stunfisk, you just wake up. This is it, Stunfisk, your time to shine. No, Stunfisk, why must you fail me? So Gallade's gonna take him out, and it's gonna be the most ridiculously close Monotype match I've ever had. GG, freaking wanna battle you again sometime for sure. Sub this man, he's freaking amazing. So yeah guys, that'll be the battle for today. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.